Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anjul Sharma, presently working as Assistant Professor in DIET Rajender Nagar. Here I am heading Special Education Need Department. Here I teach special education to DLED trainees and also give training to permanent teachers of DOE schools. In earlier trainings, we give training about the inclusive education, what is inclusive education, what are their implications, what are barriers, what type of barriers are there, what are the hindrances in education of special need children, what are the acts, policies are available for there, what are concessions to be given to them, and somehow teaching strategies and classroom management we also touch, but very shortly. Here I am talking about today about the universal design for learning. Acts and policies say that each and every child with any type of disability, as in RPWD Act 21 disabilities, every child will go to general classroom, but a general teacher faces many problems in dealing with these children and teaching up to the mark to all these children. So, universal design of learning is a better way that a general teacher can adopt and give better training to better education to these children. Every child in the class is unique. Each one of them has their own ways of thinking, perception, abilities, interest and personality traits. These children differences lead to variation in the teaching process and the learning outcome in the classroom. When we talk about the inclusive setup, we think about the diversities due to various factors like race, culture, language, region, gender, economic status, mental abilities, disabilities, and so on. One of the important challenge is also the learning style of the learners, and it applies to all categories of the children. Researchers in the field of psychology and education have pointed out on the various learning styles based on the sensory pathway dominant in receiving information or physical and social environment in which take place. Based on the learning styles, learners are categorized as print learners, visual learners, auditory learners, and tactile learners, and kinesthetic learners. Neil Fleming's VAKT, visual, auditory, kinesthetic and tactile model of learning also mentions about such learning styles. Similarly, Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence also suggests different learning and teaching modalities based on the ability of the learner. Though every learner may have a preferred learning style, but it is not the exclusive one. They may be also benefited from other ways also, when encouraged or provided the options for exploration. These findings necessitates to present the content of the students through different modalities so as to facilitate the acquisition of knowledge by all. The teaching learning process should be planned and implemented in the manner that makes education meaningful for all. In other words, it should be designed universally. The universal design for learning is based on the approach of minimizing the barriers and optimizing the learning of all students. This concept finds its root in the philosophy of Ron Mace, who focused on universal design of product and environment, usable by all. The Center for Applied Spatial Technology borrowed the concept to individualize the education for each learner, though this flexible approach, and named it as Universal Design for Learning. The UDL framework is based on three principles: multiple means of representation, multiple means of engagement, and multiple means of expression. Multiple means of representation deals with what is learning. According to this principle, a teacher should present the content in different ways so that all learners are able to receive and understand the content. Multiple means of engagement is the principle This emphasizes on providing various opportunities to the learners to engage themselves in content related activities. Many activities they can plan based on their interest, aptitude, their skills and motivation. It deals with the why of learning. And third is multiple means of expression. This principle suggests to provide various options or alternatives to the learners to express how much they know or have been able to achieve through the teaching learning process. Universal design for learning also focuses on differentiating the instructions for learners to ensure the ability based challenges and provided to the students and helping them to become independent learners. These differentiations may be done for all the components of the teaching like content, process and product. For this, teacher has to provide range and choices of their sources, process and product. Make a balance in the instructions to be given to the whole class, a small group and the individuals. The grouping and the instructional decisions to be done on various like readiness, their interest and the information processing style. While implementing the UDL based lessons in a class, a teacher should clearly display their goals, provide options for assignments, promote flexible space for learning, to be regular in providing feedback and make use of technology and ICT to the maximum. Now, I will talk about the format that a general teacher can adopt for making the UDL based lesson plan. After giving general information like in general lesson plans, they will write the current level of the students, current level of disabled students. As in a normal lesson plan, there is general objectives, specific objectives, and in this they will add new vocabulary and concepts what they can take. Then they will write the profile of number of children. How many children are there, what are their current level, what aids and appliances they are using in the classroom. And for special need children, they will also write, in addition to general objectives and specific objectives, then a teacher will write modified objectives for the student with disabilities. And now they will write the UDL principles. What can be the multiple means of representation for that specific child, and what will be the multiple engagements, what other options are available, what can be the other options for their engagement, and multiple means of expression, how can they express themselves. And then differentiated instructions, what different instructions they can take for that specific child. In this lesson plan presentation, one thing is added in this, that accommodation. How can they accommodate special need children in this classroom? Thank you so much for today.